I want to talk about how to break through life's barriers. This week, with my clients, group meetings I've had, individual conversations even, challenging things are happening, and I want to explore the power that we have when we take action and we begin to implement the tools of resilience we have. We all hit walls. We all have moments when we're feeling stuck, we're feeling completely overwhelmed, or we just want to have the lens that life is useless and that it's unpredictable, want to throw in the towel and forget about our challenges, leave our responsibilities and escape it all. Sometimes we begin to cocoon and we get alone and we question our purposes and our abilities and our skills to be able to move forward. But it's those moments, as painful as they may be, that are also the opportunities. The way is the obstacle, as the old philosophers say. There are chances, though, that we are forced to reflect, examine our situation, and even begin to make some choices that begin to shape our future and our present in ways that are unimaginable and tell us that the best is still yet to come. The key to resilience isn't avoiding those challenges. It's how we respond when they arise. How we respond when they arise is crucial. From stagnation to strength, we can begin to put building blocks into place. The military have an acronym, OODA, O-O-D-A, and it's a loop. And it teaches military people that when they're faced with adversity, when they're caught in challenging circumstances, that the way to lead is to develop a strategy that creates an emotional quotient and a very practical processes that are in 4 steps. And it helps them to slow down the voltage in life, to assuage the sense of being overwhelmed, and to behave and act under pressure in effective ways. And the first one is to observe, to really sit back and take a look around and see where you're at, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what the struggle is, whether it's family, whether it's work, whether it's health issues, whether it's an emotional challenge that you're having and it's surfacing, but to become aware of that. So the first step is to be able to allow that pain to arise and begin to identify it. The second one is to orient yourself, to begin to analyze the situation. What are your strengths and your experiences? The resources that you already have and that you've used before that has enabled you to get over these kinds of situations. Identify what's in your control and take steps towards what's in your control to shift the focus from those obstacles to making them opportunities. Now, here's where it gets pretty gritty. You need to make a decision. Decisions are difficult when you're facing these kinds of challenges, but to choose a course of action, no matter how small, no matter how feeble, no matter how incomplete it is important to get over the stagnation that creates the negativity in our lives and creates that doom loop. At any moment, that decision will propel you forward and you can begin to create elements of momentum to move forward. Then the last one they say as a practical strategy is to take action, to execute on that decision, to be willing to adapt, which is resiliency. And the faster you take that action, research shows the quicker that you will regain your control of the situation. And the gap between making a decision and taking action is huge. And that action is what's going to create the resilience and bring you through the worst circumstances that you can face. The response to hardship, doing nothing, is the worst thing that you can do. Inaction will fuel that fear, that anger, that self-doubt, the regrets you have, the scapegoating and the blame game, and you'll sit and stew in that uncertainty, and it saps you of any sense of power, of agency, or a sense of utility that you need to have in order to have a good equilibrium in life. So take the smallest step forward. Disrupt that cycle. Are you feeling unmotivated? Take a small step and do something. Change your position, change your physicality, make a phone call, write down a goal, journal, even if it's for 2 or 3 lines. If you're facing rejection, well, step back, reflect on what you have learned and try it again and keep trying. Remember that even though you fall 7 times in a day, it's about getting up that next time. If you're overwhelmed by problems, begin to break the problems down in manageable pieces. Begin to look at that list and see what you can do today, what you can do now, and begin to apply the tools of resilience. It's not about never failing, never falling. It is about absolutely getting back up and continuing to pursue. So the reality is life hurts, life sucks, life is challenging. And so we need to get up and take action. That action will breed confidence in you. The inaction will only serve to breed more fear in your life. So here's the challenge. The challenge is take one step today. Just one. That's all you need to do. The question is, where in your life do you feel stuck right now? What small action can you begin to take right now to be able to move forward from being stuck? Begin to take those. Very insignificant. Maybe you're looking at the payoff, the return on investment, comparing yourself to others. Don't do that. Life obstacles are inevitable, but they don't define you, and others don't define you, and your return on investment doesn't define you. It's your response that will define you. So remember, observe, orient yourself, decide, and most importantly, begin to take action. Every step forward will strengthen you. It will build your resilience. It will bring you closer to the life that you have dreamt about, that you want, and that you want to see happen in your life. So I really, really want to emphasize that the arc of your story is not that you're down and out. The arc of your story is not that you're a do-nothing individual. The arc of your story is not that all is lost. The arc of your story is that you are a decision maker that takes action. Life is challenging, but you keep going. You've identified your strengths and your abilities, your gifts and your skills, and you have a desire to succeed.